Hey everyone, as you all know, Alaska is pretty delayed when it comes to springtime, but we do have some new sprouts forming here, got a little bit of grass coming along. We're pretty excited about being able to mess with the topsoil in our garden. I've got the strawberries cleaned up, the raspberries ready to go, but don't be fooled, we are not near as far along as you might think we are. All right, so the reason this spot is bare and there is still 2 to 3 feet of snow right here is simply because we spread ash on this spot, stove ash. I spread the ash on this spot early April, I think, maybe even late March. And so the sun has been beating on that and it's brought us to this nice bare ground in the spring. That enables us to be able to get our garden spots going quicker and many other things. But like I said, we are so far behind from thatching the yard and getting so many other things done. But with talking about the ash, that's a good segue. I'm going to bring you guys up the spring line and where we sprinkled more stove ash to get our spring water line going sooner. And Zach and I are going to take you up there right now. So as Zach and I are getting ready to head up the spring line, I wanted to show you the property real quick. You can see where I've spread ash. Right there, we are going to put the solar panels, so I wanted to get down to the ground faster. Right over here, we're going to put the trampoline for the kids. Again, want it to melt a lot faster. Over there is the tee for our spring line where it runs up to the greenhouse and then over to the house, so we got to get to that tee. And you can just see all the spots where we've spread ash. It gets it far along a lot faster. Now, up toward the spring line, there's some more ash right there. That is the end of the line that is buried under the snow that goes all the way up the hill. And then there's more ash all up in there. So I better get going with Zach. He's heading up the spring line. I got my little machine here. Let's head up. All right, so we're dropping down where our spring is here. We've got a lot of water, still some ice in there. It looks like we might be able to take some of that ice out. So water just runs down here. It's all over the place, a lot of this groundwater. We're not too far out. Come on. I'm gonna say we're maybe another week out from being able to drop our bucket in there. Maybe not even a week.
Not too bad. Another stove ash success.
This segment brought to you by Dryshod. Big Bobbies.
Biggest Bobby.
Click the description and the link below and check out a pair for yourself.
It is May 5th. It's looking pretty good because of all the stove ash. As you can see, they've been spraying a lot of stratospheric aerosol and it keeps the temperatures a lot cooler this time of year. They're doing it to block UV rays and I'm still wearing a big old coat on May 5th. It's pretty chilly today, but it's delaying some of the melt this year. But the stove ash has definitely helped. So, little side note to show my foolishness, but I can't take full responsibility. Look at where Alyssa and I spread stove ash. A huge alder patch there, and I could have swore our first sediment filter was gonna be right there. But this little stick right there, I thought was our marker. Here's our sediment filter trough. Sprinkle ash here. But come to find out, it was just a dead stick sticking out from this alder patch, and I missed our sediment filter area by a good 15 or 20 feet. So a few days ago, Joe and I came up here and spread more ash because I wasted all this stuff. Boom, down to bare ground and nowhere near our filter. So Joe and I are hoping, when we came up here and got a better lay of the land, we're hoping it's right here, somewhere in here. But Joe unfortunately thinks that we might have missed it again, and it might be somewhere right up in here. That could really hinder us as far as when we have to get water from the spring line, because our trail out onto the lake becomes unsafe and we can no longer get out there to haul water. So best case scenario, our sediment filter trough is somewhere in here. Still under all that. Worst case scenario, we can't hook up the spring line and we can't haul water off the lake with the snow machine. So we got to maybe dig a new hole closer to shore until this area reveals itself a little more. May 5th, baby. Got a 4-foot shovel handle just sinking into all that snow, and it's May 5th.
Okay. That's not ground that I'm hitting. I think I'm hitting the sediment filter.
I wish this was YouTube live right now. Still, we'd be the only ones excited. We're coming at you live.
Oh, I thought I hit something, but I was just hitting a layer of ice.
So 4 feet down, there's a layer of ice.
No, 1 foot down, there's a layer of ice. I thought that was the sediment filter, but it's not.
What a joke.
Oh.
Okay, so Joe pretty much just keeps hitting ice. He dug down and figured out, listen, see if you can hear the ice. Yeah, and it's just vibrating through this stupid metal shovel.
I thought I was hitting our sediment filter, but Zach pointed out that I'm only on top of about 3 to 4 feet of snow, and that is about 3.5 feet of handle, and our sediment filter actually sets up off the ground 2 feet. So there's no way I was hitting sediment. So I'm continuing to probe. That's what I wanted to hear.
That sounds like Rubbermaid plastic.
And that is only 1.5 feet down.
Oh, thank God.
That makes a lot of sense. So my ash spreading in this area was almost spot on.
So my ash spreading was pretty great, you know, latitude-wise, just not longitude-wise. See, look, my ash, Joe's ash.
Stay tuned, and you'll see our sediment.
What a pain in the ash.
There it is, right there.
All right, Joe and I both took our jackets off because we actually did some work today. There we go. Boom! We found the first filter trough thing. This big rusty piece of metal we just used to protect it from the snow. And it took a beating because there's thousands of pounds of snow just weighing that down. Maybe hundreds of thousands.
We'll say hundreds.
Maybe even millions of pounds of snow. So there it is. I knew we weren't too far off. Now back to the old house, which is yonder.
So Zach and I finished digging out the sediment filter up on our spring line. I think we're going to give it another week and we're going to be good to go. So that's a bonus on that. This is our impressive deck of logs. A lot of you have been asking about seeing all of the firewood that we're producing as we put out a couple of firewood getting videos. And I'm kind of joking, this isn't a very impressive deck at all, but this is a nice reserve. That pile was a lot bigger, and we had a second pile here that was just as big. What Zach and I did, if you look over here, is we cut, split, and stack all of it, and we filled up our woodshed. So the woodshed is jam-packed full, and we have a reserve deck of logs. We feel really good about that. Our dad always said when we were younger, he said, having his woodshed full made him feel like a rich man. And I'm telling you what, as Zach and I have been in adulthood and have our a woodshed of our own now, I can totally agree with that statement. Zach and I feel very rich. I mean, that heats our family easily for 2 solid winters. That's a lot of money, a lot of hard work put into that. So we're going to end this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, put a comment below. We love your comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bramante Brothers.
Hey everyone, as you all know, Alaska is a... Try again. Take 2. Hey everyone, as you all...
Yeah, that was too high pitched.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey everyone.
Take 3. We've got our shovels, shoes full of snow. Check out my name.